What's up, fool?
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
What's up?
Got Heartless Beaver in the house. Ow, ow, ow.
Yeah, making the triumphant return. Nice.
Hell yeah, man.
Late than ever.
Exactly. It's been a couple months now, right?
It's like that Stain song.
It was pre-corona for sure. So at least like 3 months, I would say.
Yeah, that's wild, dude. That's crazy. So has your life changed much, or is it kind of like me where it's basically the same life, just come home, Runescape, podcast?
Yeah, I work from home now, so it's a little weird to be like at my, I just use my rig at home, my desktop to work, because it makes it easier than the shitty laptop that my employer provided me. So it's a little weird to be working at my station where I also like to relax. It's kind of a hard line to walk.
Ooh,
so that's been the trickiest. Yeah, well, I'm escaping on the side, but I mean that's not really the point. It's more like if I work here from 9 to whatever 3 o'clock, my usual hours, then in the evenings, do I really want to spend the rest of my time also sitting at my computer and escaping?
True. In the same environment.
I used to just come home after work, and I'm a teacher, so I'm always up and about. And now I come home and I just have a couple hours before my partner gets home, and I just chill and I just escape. And then I'll cook some dinner and then we'll hang out together. And that's like a typical weekday for me. But I mean, now it's completely turned on its head. So
how do you think
that balance?
How do you think that's going to affect kids in your area? Do you think that when the school year starts up again, do you think it's going to be all computer?
Well, it has been. So for the last 6-7 weeks, I guess now, since spring break I live in Canada, in BC, it's been online schooling. So I've only been giving them, I teach grade 6, so they're 6 to 7 hours of school a week, which isn't very much. And so I usually just give them a little project to do, and then they do some math maybe, and then we hang out twice a week. We have a Minecraft server set up for all of us, so I get about 24 of us playing Minecraft in there, and it's pretty fun. A nice way for them to hang out with their friends, right? Yeah, basically. But it's a nice way for them to be able to get that social interaction they don't have.
Have you ever had
a week? It kind of sucks.
Have you ever had anyone crash the server and start griefing everybody?
No, but one of my students is an absolute griefer. He just completely goes rogue, and everyone's trying to have a good time, and build tree houses in this one giant world, and then he's just going rogue, trying to steal stuff. I'm like, man, don't do it. And I would give it. I'm in creative mode while they're all in survival, so I can float around and help them with things. And so there's one kid just goes around griefing people. So I follow him often, and I teleport all over the place. And then I followed him up to these 4 girls had made this really nice house, and they had all these items. So he took them all, and he went to the top and he tried to steal their beacon. I was sitting there watching him. I'm like, dude, don't take the beacon. So I have a screenshot of me with because you can kill command a player. So it was kill and then the kid's name. And then he started to mine it. I had to drop him, send him back to the resort. And he came up and he did it again, so I threw him in a bedrock prison for 10 minutes. But
oh my god,
he still tried to escape.
A young Ted Bundy.
Yeah,
serial killer right there, dude.
Apparently, I think he likes griefing, so it's whatever.
He gets enjoyment out of it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it all starts with video games.
made for a good story, so.
Yeah, don't out him, but I want you to observe him and check in 10 years, 20 years from now. Just remember his name.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely remember it for sure. Yeah, it's been interesting though. But besides that, it's been escaping and chilling at home, I guess. But when school starts to go back in, which it's going to in 2 weeks, I think. So for the last month of school, we're going to be going back in here because our rates are starting to drop. I think it's only going to be, a couple kids, just basically essential service workers, nurses, whoever's on the front lines. Their kids will be coming to school. And I guess I'll keep doing the online thing for everyone who wants to stay home. It's voluntary, so parents get to decide, which is nice, obviously.
That's a really cool
going, man. It's gonna get bad. It's not getting any better, man.
Yeah, are you guys all in the States?
Yeah, I live in the States, but they
Then
don't
this is
even
definitely a true
have.
statement for sure.
They're
The,
opening everything.
the state seems a little bit more. I mean, I don't follow as much, but they seem a little bit more.
Lax, bro.
Yeah, like a little bit more lax, a little bit less prepared. Maybe not as much like education around why it's important, but I know definitely in the province. So in Canada, our health system is what's universal in one way, that we all have sort of the same benefits, but each province is designated to like jurisdiction over its healthcare system, so they get to decide basically how things run. So in my province, there's been quite a few cases because we're coastal, so we have a lot of travel coming into Vancouver. But and Montreal, which is where my boy Weesnall lives, from Wild CC, he lives on the island of Montreal, which is like super affected. In Ontario, that's in Quebec. Ontario is pretty bad too, because once again, lots of travel through there. But the middle provinces, the prairies are pretty tame. Like I think Manitoba doesn't even have any cases, so a lot of things are starting to open up here. It's kind of nice, slow but good. But man, I gotta say, coronavirus has been good for the gains on RuneScape.
Yeah,
it's been crazy to see how it affected the RS economy. You know,
Dude, I paid 1.13 bill for my twisted bow.
yeah, even items like Twisted Bow, which is like the highest tier item in the game, but stuff like Zenites, like Zenite jewelry, they used to be down, like they hard crashed in maybe January to like 13-14 mil a pop. And now they're like 19 mil. So you're seeing like 30% increases in prices to like high tier game items. And I'm not sure how it's affected other things like your Dragon Boots and stuff, but more people wanting to play, more expensive, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
pretty nuts, man. I'm here looking at the Dark Mire release, like news stuff about it. I'm reading the requirements. It says you have to do a Taste of Hope, Vampire Slayer, which I know I've done Vampire Slayer, obviously.
Hell yeah.
62 woodcutting, 60 fletching, 56 crafting, 52 agility, 50 attack, 50 slayer, 49 magic. That's not bad at all. I think I have all those prereqs already.
Yeah, it's not as I thought it was going to be way harsher, more like a Song of the Elves type thing, but it's pretty lax actually for requirements. So I think most people can do it. The taste of I got the quest cape actually a couple days ago on my Iron Man, which was really exciting.
Congrats.
Yeah, thanks. So Song of the Elves was the last one, but Taste of Hope was in there too. And that quest is they're just the dark. All those quests are really long in that area because you have to go through that stupid agility course. Until at least for the first one, and then the second one you can actually there's like a trick where you get sent to the mines, and then it'll take you to the back of the city. But I don't know. I'm sure it's going to be a super long quest. I'm excited to get the Dark Graceful though. Looking forward to that.
I'm ready for that blood shard to go on the Fury. Curious
Yeah, so
to see how good that.
Has it been released what exactly it's going to do?
Yeah, they increased it. It was 1%. Now it's going to be 10%.
So it's a 10% like lifesteal?
Yeah.
So if you hit a 10, you get 1 health back?
Mm-hmm.
That seems ridiculous.
Yeah.
Probably gonna charge it somehow, right? There's some sort of money sync with it.
Is there?
You gotta. It's you get like these blood shards either from thieving, like pickpocketing, or like doing the pyramid. Are the ways to obtain it.
So I guess I don't really know. Like it sounds busted, but I don't really know if it's difficult or not to get blood shards. Are they tradable? Do you know? Blood shards?
They haven't been released yet.
Because I could just imagine you instead of like just like any random Slayer task, you could just like hard AFK. Now you don't need to bring Proselyte. You could just bring full strength gear and then sit with your Fury and like lifesteal up against like multi-combat monsters like I don't know Dagonauts or
but it's only doing like 1 HP. I mean that's not going to help you for that long.
But for every hit that you get on a monster, so if you kill a creep with 100 health, only takes you a few seconds, you're going to get 10 health back with 10% lifesteal.
True.
Right? So that seems like really broken. Like you'll never lose any health. But
it might have like charges or something on it. I don't know. if they've released that much information.
Or if it's like maybe it's not guaranteed every time, like a blood barrage, where it's just a chance. I don't know.
To be honest, I don't know. I know that's what the item does, though.
Okay, I feel like that could be really busted.
So, I got 2 questions on the top of my head. One is like about the JMod events, but before I get there, I wanted to ask you, man, how's your podcast going? And you're part of the Trinity Force podcast, correct?
Yeah, the Trinity Force podcast. Trinity Force is going strong. I've taken a step back for a little bit. I got burnt out of League of Legends. As many people do. I've played the game for like 4 years. So when I got to Diamond and then just basically decided that's enough League for me for now. I still play like Clash once every 2 weeks with my team. But I wanted to take a step back from the pod, especially with this online school going on. It was pretty stressful the first few weeks. So I just, I let everyone else take over and they're going to be running it for a while. But as far as I know, I've been chatting with them and pod's still going strong once a week.
Weren't you talking about like there's this lady from your school that like plays Clash of Titans?
Oh yeah, the vice principal. She's like in her 60s. She plays Clash of Clans. Yeah, that was a good story. I remember that one. That's funny.
That's funny as shit. 60 years old. I need to get my Nana on some RuneScape. I'll use her as a pack yak, whatever.
Pack yak,
have her be your have her
essence runner or something. Yeah.
Oh, it'd be so great if I could get my grandparents to fucking just like fish for me, have like a fishing pier or something like that.
There you go. Make those bonds.
Quality bonding time.
I've noticed a lot of people in our CC have been making alts recently. So like some of the boys are starting to get high level now, like Tebow rebuilds that we raid with. So they're like providing themselves some alts on the side. So I know Weasnall's got one. Like one of the top Iron Men in our clan has one too, Raichu. All like just max. So basically they're like max combat and they just go and do the quests for Dragon Slayer 2 and then sit them at Rune Dragons. And then you get like a mil an hour. But it takes a couple hundred hours to make. Yeah, there's a bunch of people that have been making those, so it's crazy.
Yeah, I put in a little bit of time into my second count, X Drain Gang X, and
damn that name.
Yeah. I had to use the X's because Edge Lord over here with the Firelight 666, and like I don't know, man, it's just like the hardcore thing. You remember back in like the 2009s, everyone's like MySpace or whatever would be like lowercase x, uppercase X, and then like their name.
Yeah, I remember that.
So it's kind of a shout out to that. But I don't know. I was chilling at the Goblins, getting my range up a little bit. I'm probably gonna use it like try to max out the range, but also maybe get it like a fishing account and start fishing so I can try to get sharks and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know a lot of the boys, they do sacred eels is a pretty common one. They give you some pretty great XP, pretty good money. Actually, I don't know about XP, but definitely money. Yeah, sacred eels. Those are over in Zolandra. I actually don't know the profit on them, but I'd imagine it's quite good.
I think I was getting like
500K an hour or something. Okay, I thought it was.
Well, I wasn't doing it like hardcore. I was like doing it like casually, but I would make about like $1 mil a day, $2 mil a day.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I imagine like depending on how long you run them for.
Yeah, and the higher your cooking level, the more scales you get.
True. So basically, what you're doing is you're like cutting up the eels for Zoller scales, and then Zoller scales sell for like 150 each, or maybe like 200. I don't buy them anymore,
like
so I don't know.
220, 230.
Yeah, that's fair. So that's a pretty good AFK method.
Dude, I just had to buy like, I don't know, 3,000, 4,000 Zoller scales for my toxic blowpipe because
Hey man, you got your blowpipe.
Yes,
that's
sir.
Awesome. Last time we talked, you were just finishing Desert Treasure.
Really?
Yeah, so you have to tell me about your gains since then.
Well, yeah, that's funny because I was just finishing Desert Treasure then. Now I'm waxing Smoke Blunt at the Duel Arena.
Oh, Jesus.
It's all to count.
I'm a 1 defense peer. He's wearing like obsidian armor.
Jesus.
No, I did say alt because if it was Smoke Blunt his main, I would not have lasted at all. That was pretty fun though. It was who else was there? Was it Smack Nuts or was it
Smack Nuts?
Yeah. These names are legendary.
yeah, Smack Nuts. He's a cool dude. Trying to think though, as far as gains, man. I'm working at Recipe for Disaster. That was one of the biggest things.
That's a great quest to get done.
Yeah, I'm ready for it to finally freaking be over. I got to the point where I only had like 2 people left. It was like the monkey dude and then ceramic vase, and I'm like, all right, like let's go do the monkey dude. And then I realized like actually Sean Boy helped me out with that because I had to get what was it, like a ninja Gree zombie?
You have to get all 4 of them, don't you? that quest sucks. Yeah, I remember that one. Basically, I have to redo Monkey Madness to get all that stuff.
Yeah, it was some bullshit, and I almost got waxed by a monkey archer.
Oh my god, those monkey archers!
They do shred, man.
They're no joke, man. It wasn't playing around. So, but yeah, so we did that. I got the Grease, and I was gonna like cook the thing or whatever, and then I was like reading over, like what I needed to do, and it said that I needed like 48 agility, and I'm like, oh my god, man! I'm like, I got all the way to this point. I think that I'm about to be done with the monkey section of RFD, and then I realized I need 48 agility. Like I just grinded it out, getting 70, I think, cooking, so I can get in the cooking guild. So I spent a couple days cooking sorties there, and then now I find out that I have to get 48 agility, and I'm like, son of a bitch, which is typical because I always do things backwards. Like whenever I do quests, I always end up like getting to where I need to be, and then like realizing, son of a bitch, I left something all the way back at the bank. So it was, per usual, but I'm getting my agility up now. I'm trying to think where I'm at. I'm gonna actually pull up my stats, but that's basically what I've been doing. That and Slayer, man. Oh yeah, also I got obsidian armor, so I've been at NMZ. I got my attack, strength, defense up to 60. My strength I think is at 67 right now. I'm going for 70 so I can get the dragon defender.
There you go.
So little things.
You only need 60 for the dragon defender, I think. Defense.
It's
you need 65
combined 130.
Yeah, 130.
Right.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome, man. Good for you. Sean, what have you been up to? We haven't chatted too much. I don't know. Do you do any raids on your account much?
No, I'm not really interested in them right now. I've been doing blood runes for like 2.5 months, dude. I'm at 97 rune crafting.
Oh, right.
I'm looking at finishing next week.
That's awesome. Good for you. That's a big grind to get out of the way.
Hell yeah.
It's a nice little 300
It's like a monk's journey, bro. We're walking down the enlightened path right now. Blood runes.
It's funny shit.
How much money have you made though?
I still have blood runes in the GE, and I'm still not done, but like 200 mil, I think.
Yes, I think it's usually about like 250, 300 when you're finished.
Yeah, it's gonna be around there for sure.
Yeah,
I'm kind of waiting.
There's like 4 guys. There's 4 guys on our CC doing the 99 crafting grind right now.
Yeah, I noticed Raichu stopped playing, and he was like on the same grind.
Yeah, that's probably why. But he's like his account was like nearing max, and then he took like months off. I don't know. I don't blame him.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
The maxing grind's brutal on Iron Man, especially at the end.
Oh yeah, actually, he's only got like agility left too.
Yeah, agility would suck. I mean, some of them get a lot easier. That like some you think are really hard, like Herblore, but it's really quite easy. Like if you do raids, you get so many herbs. But yeah, ring crafting and agility are pretty much the same no matter what kind of account you have. It sucks.
Yeah, it's just super slow.
So much XP though.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's just those rates are just brutal, man. Wouldn't be able to do it.
Nothing over like 60k an hour.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah, I've been mostly doing Slayer. I'm like trying to push towards like 85 to 87, so I get my whip and Toxic Trident, so I can be a bit more efficient when I raid with the boys. on the Ironman, because right now it's I'm using like Firewave and Arams, and it's not the greatest. But I have managed to stag myself one unique, which is kind of cool.
What do you got?
I got Augury. So I mean, it needed to happen.
Nice.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Didn't one of the Ironmen from the wild get a T-bow a couple weeks ago?
You use magic a lot on the home fight.
Yeah, you definitely do. So it's going to be great for me. But yeah, Sard the Ironman got a T-bow about maybe like 6 weeks ago.
That's nuts, man.
Yeah, it's unreal. Some of the guys last night, they got a Kodai. 3 days ago, they got a T-bow. Yeah, we've been pulling in items for all over the place. It's been real nice. And there's like a small group of us trying to learn theater right now too. So that's been enjoyable but very difficult.
You got any kill count at all?
Like 2 kill count. I don't have kill count on my main, but the 3 other guys I go with have 2 kill count, I think. So we've been mostly trying to teach ourselves, and it's been trouble. But they had a teacher come in and help them to get their couple KCs. So we mostly just need more practice.
The hardest thing for me is like just the first room maiden. Like I don't know like how to really freeze the crabs. Like I just.
Right, that's the one we have the most practice with, obviously, because it's first. I feel like the most important part is, like, we all know our roles, so everyone has a specific crab they have to freeze in a specific spot. Mm-hmm. But it's about like communication, because the crabs always come out at the same interval. So if you don't have your switches on, then you're gonna not be able to switch time and then put Augury on, and then you're gonna miss your freeze.
Yeah, even sometimes I even pre-switch because it's like what 70, 35.
That's what we do, yeah. So for you guys that don't do theater, it's like a WoW raid, so every single room is the exact same. So you have 5 rooms, and then you have the boss fight. It's the same every time. If you're efficient, it takes like 25 to 30 minutes to do a raid. But when you're learning, they're all very difficult. The very first boss is like this, basically right in the middle. You just range her down. She attacks the closest person to you. And then every 30%, so when you get her to 70, 50, and 30, she drops these like spiders that come towards her. And if they reach her, they heal her for like...
increase her defense like ridiculously.
Yeah, increase her defense, and then she starts to deal more damage. So you really want to like, what you have to do is you have to switch from your ranged gear into your magic gear and then freeze. There's 10 of them. So there's 4 of you and 10 crabs. So there's like a specific meta to be able to freeze the crabs and then like barrage them. So you pile them down. But it can be super tricky if you're not coordinated, or you get to the percentage mark too quickly, and then the crabs start spawning and you're in your range gear, and then you splash. And then, it can get out of control really quickly.
Your magic gear and then you splash anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
At that point, you just gotta if you just miss like the first one, you might as well just die.
Yeah, you may as well just plank.
Because you're not gonna be able to kill her. You're gonna waste so many supplies and.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this says that the bill passed for second stimulus check and hazard pay for essential workers May 16th. So
yeah, baby. It's got one more vote to pass, though.
Huh. Yeah, that would be crazy, though. I mean, that'd be awesome to get some hazard pay. I mean, I'm still working. You know, I haven't really had a day off doing electrical. And sometimes you're working on job sites with 30, 40, 50 people.
Did you get that first stimulus?
Yeah, I did. That
was just nice to wake up and just see that.
Is it like everyone gets a blanket stimulus check in the country?
Everyone, got $1,200 as long as you're a citizen. I think
you got it based on how much your income was. From they did it based off of your tax return from the year before.
So you got more money if you made more money?
No, you got less money if you made more money.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, there you go. I was gonna say that would be backwards.
I did hear though. I don't know if this is true, but there some coworkers were talking about child support money. Like if you hadn't paid your child support, if you owed child support money,
you didn't get it.
Yeah, you didn't get
those were the only people that didn't get it. Where if you owed child support, you were the only person that didn't get it. If you had to pay college loans, if you were bankrupt and you owed money on your house, it don't matter. you got it. If you owed money on child support, you did not get it.
I mean, that makes sense, though. That makes sense for sure.
Yeah, I mean, don't be having, of course, people are in different situations. I understand that. This is not a blanket statement. I understand you can have a kid
if you don't have a job, and you can't pay it, what are you supposed to do?
That's true. That's true.
I get that you got to pay child support, but you don't always know about that. I mean, first of all, don't have a kid if you're not ready to pay for it or
I feel like most of the people that get into those situations are not the ones that planned on having a child, though. You know what I mean? Like, you usually only have a child when you're like financially ready to support them. It's a tough topic to talk about.
Wear fucking condoms.
There's so many different situations that you can't just
wrap
make
it before you
statements.
tap it.
Yeah, wrap it before you tap it. Don't trust a crazy girl and she, oh yeah, I'm on my birth control. Like, okay.
If she clenches her legs around you, headbutt that bitch.
Smoke Blunt's official advice.
She will try to lock you in there. You will not be able to leave. That is not a fun situation.
Have you been in that situation?
Yeah, dude. This one chick, I was dating her, and we were like breaking up, so we're having makeup sex and everything. I'm still taking the benefits of it, and then out of nowhere, I'm like, I'm about to nut. I'm like, where do you want me to put it? And then all of a sudden, dude, both of her legs wrap up around my back, and she's like inside me, and I'm like, what? Boom! Headbutted her. Got out of that shit real quick.
God. Yeah, that's a trap right there. But this is also coming from the dude who wrestles midgets, so take it for what it's worth.
Could have been a little bit taller, dude.
Dude, that was so funny. We were talking about Heartless Bee. So I think it was the last episode, Smoke Blunt was talking about how he used to wrestle in, what was it, middle school?
Yeah.
He used to wrestle in middle school, and his coach came up to him and was saying look, Smoke, I don't want you to lose, but your next opponent, he's a midget. So let him get a couple points. And I don't know, that shit
lose.
Just kind of
made sure to say, don't lose.
And then it turned out, Memra was letting us know that there's a high school somewhere in the area that their actual mascot is the midgets. And I had to Google it. I fucking Googled it, and there is a high school somewhere in the Illinois, Missouri area whose mascot are the midgets. And I don't know how that is still able to get away, but they're able to get away with that. But it's like, okay.
Maybe some midgets go there and they're like, hey, finally for once, we're in charge.
I'm trying to look at my freaking stats, but per
People
usual,
are weird in Indiana, dude.
He's from Illinois, but yeah, the whole middle of the country. I don't know. I can't make a blanket statement like that, but I would imagine that. I mean, you got to think, man. The less activities there are to do, probably the more bizarre,
things are gonna happen.
I mean, look at Joe Exotic. Oh yeah, so Heartless Bee. I don't think Tiger King was out when last time we talked. Did you watch Tiger King?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
What? Stop! Get the fuck off this podcast. Watch it. Check back in tomorrow, dude.
Yeah, I've heard it's just wild, and as someone who really loves Trailer Park Boys, I'm sure I'll enjoy the real life version of it.
It gives you a great perspective into Americans, like some Americans from
that's real rough. I do have a hard time with some of the animal cruelty stuff, so I don't know how far that would go.
Me too, bro. Me too. And I thought the same thing. I was like, man, I do not want to see tigers in cages or being abused or hit or anything like that. They don't.
Oh yeah, that's good to hear. That's good to hear.
That.
Yeah, because I love animals, and I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, dude, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch it if it's going to be like that. But they don't show anything of tigers being.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Yeah, I'm a vegetarian too. That's the reason I am too. I just don't really enjoy it. So I haven't for a long time.
Hold up. You don't like steak?
No, I don't. I don't like steak. Or I mean, like, let's say I do. I'll admit that I do like it, but I just don't like the sort of like ethics behind the whole farming thing. But that's a whole other debate we don't have to get into now.
Yeah, Smoke Bun, he's morally superior to you.
I'm not saying that. I don't care. I just want people to make their own choices.
No, you're not saying that. I'm saying it.
I don't know, man. Me personally, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love fruits, vegetables, all that stuff. I could eat it all the time, but dude, I can't say no to a burger. How the hell do I say no to a steak?
You don't know till you try.
And that's all good, and I respect
that. Say no
and just own it, right? That's what I'm all about.
My cousin, he his whole life, like, he loved snack food. He loved fast food, like chicken nuggets and stuff like that. He's the last person I would ever suspect to turn vegetarian, but as of last year, him and his girlfriend turned completely plant-based.
There you go. You just said the one thing that made him a vegetarian. His girlfriend made him do it. The girlfriend made him. She's like, hey, I want to get healthier. I want to lose some weight. We're going to do this together.
Yeah.
And eventually, he couldn't eat. He was like, snacking at McDonald's or something. Trying to get some pimples on his face. She's like, we don't eat sugar no more. We don't eat grease. Boom. Found out real quick. Had to cut that out. And now he just has to accept it.
He probably was sneaking like McDonald's or Chick-fil-A, and then when she could like smell it through his farts, like they probably were laying in bed and like he'd rip a fart, and she'd be like, "What the fuck is that?" He's like, "What?
Big sauce?
Is that?"
Yeah, for me, I just went too deep down the rabbit hole, and I just saw too much, and I was good. I was out after that.
Did you watch the
video that made you?
Many videos. I was sort of in like an emotional state, I guess, at the time, and just decided to like go deep on the internet. And I guess it was a poor choice. Or I guess it was a good choice in the end. Whatever, it happened. But I'm not sad. I've been doing it for like 3 years now. It's really like
turkey meat.
Yeah, there's like all sorts of supplements. They've definitely gone a lot better. I'm kind of doing it at a good time where it's becoming more widely available, and it's like far cheaper than it used to be. It used to be super expensive.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's definitely a lot. Dude, hell, I go to a restaurant, half of it's freaking vegan.
Yeah,
there's a documentary called Lucent, Lucent, that was released in 2014 that is completely freaking heartbreaking. It definitely like opened my eyes to, like, I don't know, man. We can change the subject because this shit's really depressing. But like one thing that was really upsetting about it was how they showed like the sizes of the cage that the pigs were in, and like how they can't literally turn around. How they're like they're literally, all they can do is take 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. And I mean, the thing is like, don't you think that energy like transfers? Like, don't you think that fear and sickness and stress, all those hormones that are being produced and all that like sickness that's in that environment, don't you think that's probably being transferred into the meat that you're eating? So I can completely understand.
Yeah, I can definitely feel that for sure. Yeah, that's it's tough to hear, it's tough to see for sure. But yeah, I'm happy with my choice, and
good for you, man.
Yeah,
good for you. So they had some JMod events recently. They had one yesterday that I should have done it, man. I should have gone into it. I don't know why I didn't, but it sounded kind of lame. So that's honestly why I didn't go into it. It was like a cabbage bombing. And I'm like, okay, what type of JMod event do I want to be a part of that involves cabbages? Like, they're not worth anything. Like, they're only good if they're rolled cabbage. They only taste good if it's rolled cabbage. But I don't know. May 15th, cabbage bombing. It was saying that JMods would, like, I don't know, dump as many cabbages as they could on the ground. So I don't really know what it was all about. But they have the next JMod event is May 19th. It's called Corporal Beast Boss Mass Rally.
Oh my God!
Rally behind the JMods and take down one of old school's toughest beasties together. Who knows? You might even get yourself an Elysian sigil.
That's so funny. Have you ever done Corp before, or like heard about it?
I've heard about it. I've never actually taken part in it.
It's it's like it was the original like really tough boss. You're talking like level 750, just massive stats. But now what people do is they like teleport to their house, and then you teleport to the corp cave, and then you like lower its stats with different weapons like Dragon Warhammer or BGS Arclight. So it's basically got nothing left, and then you just stab it to death with spears. That's all it is to it. It's a really chill boss, but it's funny because you can do it in teams of anything from like, you can do it solo, it'd take you like 20 minutes, or you could do it in a team of 10, or you could do a mass. So there's gonna be hundreds of people flying in there. It's gonna be crazy, man. The damage is gonna be piling up.
I'm gonna go probably just to shamelessly self-promo the podcast. Just some JMods. It'd be awesome to get a JMod on here. That's definitely a goal of mine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be good to do for sure. It'd be tough with the time zones though. You'd have to get them.
Those dudes.
No, that's the kind of thinking that's not gonna help you get JMod.
Yeah, Smoke, what the fuck?
Listen, are they gonna help me out? Are they gonna let me push a game update into their head? I got
what's your game update? What's your game update? We should all come up with one game update that we want right now. That'd be kind of fun.
All right, let's let Smoke Blunt go first before he ruins our chances at JMod's coming on the podcast. What would be your idea of a good update?
All right, give me a second. I gotta think about this.
Mine would probably be like nude patches where like the girl characters could be like
so like Neve and
you can cut their clothes off with your
the cow pen in Lumbridge, those kind of things.
Oh my god, that cow lady in Lumby, I would Oh my god, the maiden, I'd love to see her jugs.
Dude, what about the gypsy, bro?
That's all you. That is all you. You can get the gypsy and you can get the witch in the quest, the witch's experiment or whatever. That's all
Draenor witch, you already know about that life. Turn my dick into like 20 snakes, dude.
Here you go. This is the content that the JMods will love.
Yeah. Imagine how that would affect the RuneScape economy if they had like a patch where like all the female characters could be like nude. Imagine all the kids that would be like, buying girlfriend. Like, that shit would go up. That would increase so much.
That shit would be hella expensive. I would switch my character just to a chick and walk around naked.
I probably would too. I would love to see fucking Strictly
Bake. And then I would go to the barber shop and I would not trim that bush.
I'd love to see Strictly Bake and Taxing's tits. I think they're girl characters.
Yeah, Taxing is. Dude, I almost convinced him to iron the other day.
What? Yeah.
Keep pushing it.
I'm trying to get him to. I'm like, bro.
Get him to break.
You can't fucking do anything. Like, he's always like, yo, Smoke, let's do something. I'm like, all right, our only option is raids. Because you literally can't share a kill with anything else.
You can do Nightmare together.
That boss sucks.
What, Nightmare Zone?
No, Nightmare of Ashihama.
It's basically a raid.
Too much bruise. I don't have Sanguinesti.
Yo, so did y'all hear about it's kind of old news, but it's kind of new at the same time. So do you remember on a Rogan episode, Tom DeLonge, if I'm pronouncing that right, the lead singer from Blink-182, which by the way, shouts.
DeLonge.
Yeah, whatever, bro. You know what?
No, Tom
DeLonge. Tom DeLonge. But he was a douche. Hey, easy now. Blink-182 is definitely one of my favorite bands. Enema of the State, Dude Ranch. Please take off your pants and jacket.
You would like the song Dude Ranch.
It's an album.
Even worse.
But so he presented this information to Rogan about like UFO videos, and apparently he had some sort of like intel. Like somehow the lead singer of Blink-182 was able to go to the White House and like meet up with government people and get this information. Well, anyways, the Department of Defense released confirmation of a video of a UFO.
Yeah, like 4 videos. There was like 4 videos that got released.
Did you guys see it?
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting that I mean, really, they don't have any choice, to be honest with you, because I mean, I've said this before on the podcast. I've seen things in the sky twice, you know, one time by myself and one time with two of my buddies at the time. And and that was a couple of years ago. So pretty much ever since then, there was 0% doubt in my mind that this shit was possible. I didn't know what it was. But so what I'm saying is that I already believe that it's real, you know, that there are things that we can't explain in the sky. But this is really awesome because you have confirmation from our own government saying, like, we don't know what the fuck, even though they probably know what it is. You know, they say it's a UFO, unexplained flying object. They probably know that, like, where it's from and all that shit. But I don't know, man. It's a new world, you know, when you have the government saying that we got shit in the sky that's like moving at light speed. Like, dude, what the fuck? We're in like the Matrix, bro. Like, I think it's pretty awesome. I was just curious if you guys had heard about that the DoD released that stuff.
No, I haven't at all. I guess I don't really get into conspiracy theories or UFO sightings or whatever.
Like a week ago.
Well, it's a good time. Yeah, it's just pretty sweet. What's up?
I was gonna say they got it's kind of different than UFOs, but they got this new show on Netflix where all these famous actors talk about their different trip experiences.
Yeah, I saw that, dude. I didn't watch it, but I saw the thing on Netflix about it. Something about psychedelics. He's like, I'm not saying psychedelics are the cure-all for the world, but it's a good place to start.
Yeah, that was Sting that said that.
Fucking bald bastard. Yeah, I mean, he ain't lying.
Check that out.
Like, the world definitely would be a more coherent and nicer place if there were, like, facilities set up so that people could experience psilocybin, you know, experiences and work out their inner anxieties and, you know, work out their ego and stuff. That's 100%.
You don't have a bad time on psilocybin.
Most people don't. Most people don't. Some people would, though. Some people would if they have like all this, like, if they've like done shit, like bad things in the past, or if they've treated people like shit, you know, and then they go on a mushroom trip, then like their subconscious will like surface and they'll be kind of like confused as to what's going on because, you know, they've been a piece of shit person in the past. And then you have like psilocybin coursing through your veins. Like, so those people probably need some sort of shaman to guide them through the experience. But yeah, your average person, yeah, it's a great time.
Dude, the worst headache though after.
I don't know about that.
I can confirm.
I just ate half of a banana from last night. It's amazing it hasn't gone bad yet. It was just half a banana sitting on my desk.
Wow. You just like eat half and you're like, oh, that's good.
Apparently. Yeah, apparently.
We wanted to save it for the video feature, but we're not doing that right.
Oh, yeah, I'll show you a banana trick. Shit, we got to get a video maybe today because Smack Nuts, he got his video capabilities set up, so that'll be cool to do.
Yeah, bro, I'm down.
Brah.
Brev.
Brosif. So I watched what movies? I watched Failure to Launch last night, which is actually... I
literally watched the same thing with Matthew McConaughey.
Dude, when did you watch it?
I watched it last night, like 2 a.m.
Dude, what the fuck, bro?
I couldn't fall asleep, so I just turned it on. Are you bullshitting me? I was looking through late night comedies on Netflix, and I'm like, all right, none of these movies look good. And then I'm like, Failure to Launch? I haven't seen this movie in a while.
Dude.
Matthew McConaughey, great actor. Turned it on. Laugh my ass off.
Dude, that is so crazy because that's about the same time that I watched last night. It was 2 a.m. That's fucking crazy. So this is crazy because last time when I was talking about a movie, it was either you or Mimra. I think it was Mimra, and I brought up the interview and how I watched that today. And then Mimra was like, "Yeah, I actually watched that at work today." So what the fuck is going on, man? Is the Rogan and Runescape family, like, are we on like some sort of shared consciousness? Like, how did you and I watch the same movie out of thousands of options at the same time last night? But one of my favorite, or do you remember in the beginning of the movie when they're talking, he's like talking about how like, he's like, yeah, man, I love living with my parents. He's like, it's going to take a stick of dynamite to get me out of the house. Yeah, it was a great movie to watch.
It's definitely a good late night comedy.
I'm geeked about that.
That's fucking crazy.
For real.
I'll even take a picture of my fucking Netflix thing and I'll say recently watched.
Yeah, man, I'll do the same thing. It was around the same time too, because I stayed up late doing Slayer, and that was the last thing that I watched before I went to sleep. And then when I laid down, I put on Philosophize This podcast that was recommended to me by Sean Boy, which I love now. I love listening to. It's like a podcast about philosophy, and it's really cool. I'm enjoying it. You still alive over there, Heartless Bee?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening. Just enjoying the conversation.
That's cool. Well, I was just checking your pulse because I got to take a piss real quick. Really, I got to take a shit, but I'm trying to hold that in because this.
Well, we can always call it. You can go do that. You can record a second one later.
Wait, I can always what?
You can always stop it now and record another episode.
Ooh.
Splice them together.
True. Well, how about this? I'm just gonna leave Craig recording. I can always edit shit later. And yeah, I'm gonna go hit up the bathroom real quick, and you guys can just converse or whatever.
Talk about our game updates we would do for Runescape.
Yeah, man. You're friends amongst friends. I'm not gonna be like
for sure. Let me go last though.
What? I thought you were the one that was gonna go first.
Come on.
Did you already?
I made it sound like I had an idea, but I would have figured I would have had time to come up with an idea by the time he was on the podcast.
We can talk about like
just add like party systems to RuneScape, so you don't have to trust like a third party client, like a Discord or something like that. You could just like game chat, like how you doing, like
it would have to be better than
other
Discord.
Multiplayer game.
I think they're planning on integrating Discord. That was like part of like what they said at RuneFest, and their like big CC update.
I feel like for Discord
that's supposed to be.
Discord to be removed from gaming is like almost impossible unless you can make a version of Discord that's better, and it's like very tough because they continue to like push out sick updates.
I'm saying, like, what if they did, like, a party chat, like how you doing, like, when you, like, play Call of Duty or something like that? You have the option to use the party chat, or you can, like, use, like, a third-party client.
Like a voice chat for, like, in-game RuneScape?
Just like the voice chat. So you didn't have to, like, go on Discord, maybe accidentally join the wrong server or some shit and have to worry about something.
Oh, yeah. Give all the people at the GE trying to get you to join their voice channels.
Yeah, you see how corrupt the GE. I hate the GE so much. It's so corrupt.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And like all the bots they're just let sit there. They don't never get.
You have like high level gear. You like often will try to get lured.
Always.
Yeah, because they have bots that like check your wealth.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
That was a quick shit. But honestly, I think I cut it off a little bit too quickly because I already feel like I have to go again. I don't think I got everything out. Well, at least I got half of the loadout. Let's see how long I can last before I have to go back. So how's y'all's game updates?
We didn't even get there.
Yeah, we're not. I don't know.
Dude, you were gone for like literally 3 minutes.
Yeah.
That was literally one of the fastest poops I've ever seen.
Well, you know how like when you take a poop, you also pee at the same time? I think the part of me peeing lasted longer than the part of me pooping. If that makes sense.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm fucking sitting here drinking Busch non-alcoholic beer. And
that sounds awful.
And a Bang energy drink with super creatine, ultra CoQ10s, EAA aminos. So the mixture of the two, man, oh my god.
I'm about to go make myself a drink, dude. I got some peach vodka with some,
Yeah, I see. I'm ready for coffee right now. That's what I'm ready for.
Oh, God.
It's 3:30 p.m.
It's like 12:30 here. I haven't had one yet, so.
Oh, you just reminded me. I got some hot tea over here.
But I'll wait till we're done to rip one.
No, you gotta open up the can of whoop ass on the chat for the boys.
Where is my agility at? 48. Yeah, so I did get the required level that I need to continue RFD.
That's Hell pretty sweet.
Dude, I just got 85, so I could finally finish the Ardug Elite.
That's nice. I'm still waiting for the shield left half to be able to do the RD hards.
Kill those Gorax.
No, I'm not gonna force it. It's not. I'm just gonna get it on throughout Slayer eventually. I don't I'm not rushing for the cape. It's not even that good. I'm not planning to do Willy Slayer. I do want to get Dragon Pickaxe pretty soon, but I don't need already cape to do that because it's range Slayer.
What are you about to kill to try to get the pickaxe?
Vanatus.
Come PK.
I've gotten 36 kills so far, which is enough because I got a boss task for it.
Spot it?
No, I don't have a can on my Iron Man. I just safe spot it with just the
rock to the north.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, the northern rock safe spot. I know it's in multi, but
I always die trying to.
Oh, I'm back.
I have the seed pod, so I'm okay at getting it set up. So it's not too bad. And the seed pod helps you escape from PKers if they come. I only died once last time because I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, that's a PK spot that I choose to go on my pier.
Yeah,
there's a lot of sometimes you'll see level 60 dudes with a crossbow or something
hunting the pet or something. Yeah, that's definitely a pretty popular spot for lower levels too because it's the safe spot's easy to set up.
Yeah,
but it's kind of annoying to peek at if they have a crossbow and they're doing the single way spot because they can just run down to the green dragons and you can't really kill them. But on a pure, I guess they have less HP, so. But on a main, it's
sometimes well, that's only if they're that low level. Usually I find people level 80-ish.
Yeah.
80, 90.
Sean boy, I'm looking at my stats. I'm over here at 28 rune crafting. Might catch up to you.
Yeah, dude. At 50k an hour. I mean, you could math it out right now if you really wanted, but it'd take for fucking ever.
So
do you only do rune crafting on the computer, or do you play mobile?
I don't really play much mobile just because it annoys me, and I have a laptop and a desktop, so I just bring my laptop with me wherever I am in my apartment. Just have it going. I'll usually play League, or I've been playing Dead by Daylight lately on the side.
Play League, Sean?
Oh yeah, I play a ton of fucking League, dude.
There you go.
I've been plugging it in the Wild CC because me and Juan have been playing a bunch of League.
Oh, sweet, dude. You guys should add me. Have you listened to the Trinity Force podcast?
Yeah, dude. I knew of you. I think I mentioned that to you before.
Have we talked about this before? We may have.
I think so.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I mentioned that I knew who you were. I didn't realize that you were hanging in the Wild CC.
Yeah.
But I saw your name. I was like, that seems really similar to a dude on the Trinity Force podcast. And I kind of connected it.
Yeah, definitely me.
It was weird to me. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, have you been playing Clash or anything?
No, I've just been playing casuals with Juan. He's not even level 30 yet. So.
Oh, sweet, dude. Well, I'd be down to play with you guys. You should hit me up and just send me a PM in Discord. I have a sub 30 account that I could jump on.
Yeah, I was thinking about making a Smurf to play with him because
what's your main sit at?
ELO or I think right now.
Are you level 30 yet, or do you play ranked?
Yeah, I'm level 70 on my main. I don't know.
Okay. That's pretty good.
But yeah, I was thinking about making a Smurf because Juan still gets in games that are they're double top and shit, where it's super newbie, and when he plays with me, it's a normal game. And then he just gets fucked up sometimes. Yeah, kinda.
When you hit other Smurfs, like if you're not, it can be really tough when it's like usually on my account because they have Smurf detector, so it'll be like one Smurf plus 4 people that are learning versus another Smurf with 4 people that are learning.
Yeah, and it sucks when like he gets matched against like the Smurf.
Yeah, like if I'm playing like just run up on like Fizz is like the only mid laner I have, so if I just click Phil, and if I get put mid, I just like will smash someone that's trying to learn like I don't know. Rise, some easy champion. Well, Rise isn't easy, but you know, or whatever.
What is a Smurf? I know what it means. Like
it's like in League. It's basically like you're playing on an account that's lower than your actual level. So there's like multiple kinds of Smurfs, and most people that are Smurfs are like, I don't know. It's hard to say because the game is. I guess is relative to like what your main rank is. So if you're like level 30, which the rank, let's say it takes a month of casual gameplay to get to level 30, then you're allowed to play ranked. So I don't know how many games that is. Sean, what do you think? Like maybe 70 games or something like that?
Yeah, it's a decent amount if you don't use
boost. If you don't use boost, probably like 70, 75 games. And then you're level 30 and you can start to play ranked, and you're probably going to get placed in like bronze or silver if you're lucky. And then there's gold, then there's platinum, then there's diamond, then there's master tier. So like my main account is diamond. And if I was to play on like a silver account, I would consider that to be a Smurf because I'm playing lower than my actual level. But if someone who is silver is playing on an account that's only level 3, that's also a Smurf because they are playing lower than their level. They're playing with new players. So there can be a really hard balance to strike for someone that's joining the game and someone that's making a fresh account. You know what I mean? Because they're obviously have a skill disparity. Even if you're not that skilled of a player by comparison to the like larger group, you're still way better than someone who's just starting. So there's like a Smurf detector. So if you win or you like get a certain amount of creep scores or you like get too many kills, you'll be placed with other people that have similar account stats to yours.
That is completely different than what I was thinking. Because when I heard Smurf, the only thing to come to mind is like people that make meth, the people that go get their pseudoephedrine. That's called a Smurf.
Yeah. Okay. So.
I don't know if you guys knew that, but that's what smurfing is for that.
That's interesting. I did not know that. Each street terms I'm learning.
Yeah. Well, shit, man. We started at like 2:38. It's almost 3:38, so we almost got an hour in. Do you guys want to wrap it up? And I got to go review some Rogan podcasts and stuff. So we can always record more later tonight.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, no, it's been nice being back, chatting with the boys. Anytime.
Yeah,
always man. To talk RuneScape.
Great to have you.
Yeah, we're always chilling in Wild CC. Always raiding. Happy to take people that want to learn and stuff too. So it's all good.
Cool, man. Yeah, I know some people were asking about you, asking where you've been and stuff. So it's great to have you here. Thanks for coming on, man. Sean boy, yeah. Thanks for being with us. Smoke Blunt, thanks for being with us.
Yep, always a pleasure.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. Peace.
Peace.
See ya.